Hey, yeah. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know who it is. It's your boy Pharaoh the God, always on the job. I got five. Let's talk. As always, it's real talk, raw talk. And it's that time again to tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell another friend. I got five. It's going live. And we in the building. Welcome. Unfortunately, today's topic, as you can see, is about Charlie Kirk, an American content creator. I don't know how to go about it or what to really call him, but today we see that
What's going on here? Why isn't this the top story of every single media outlet? Why is it?
that he has been assassinated today at Utah University. And like I said, it's an untragic turn of events. It's real bad. But how does this play out? How is this coming about? Who is he? We'll play a couple of his clips to give everybody a good degree of who he is.
Who started as a homemaking side hustle. And
I'm just trying to bring up some of his debates right now.
Senior White House and political correspondent Ed O'Keefe joined us as we watch this video. Ed, this is the moment that he was shot. Blood was then seen pouring from the side of his head, from his neck, and now this.
That's right. We're now more than an hour since this happened, and the concern and the prayers expressed by Republican leadership especially came quickly. We've seen several Democratic Party leaders as well condemn political violence in this country. This is yet another high-profile example of it. And I think, Maurice, it's important that we acknowledge that there are probably many people watching right now who don't necessarily know who Charlie Kirk is, are not familiar with the work he's been doing for the last several years, because in our increasingly digital and divided world, he may not have been served up to them in their algorithm and in their feeds. And he is a 31-year-old from the Chicago suburbs, as you said, founded this group Turning Point USA back in 2012, inspired by the Tea Party movement. And he very quickly became a really influential conservative leader, especially among younger conservatives, galvanizing them to vote for various Republican candidates, and became very close with the Trump family, the president, Donald Trump Jr. especially. He was among those that pushed now President Trump to select J.D. Vance as his running mate, believing that Vance reflected the future of the Make America Great Again movement, and was able to convince him to do that. And then last year, during the presidential transition, was in Palm Beach and Mar-a-Lago on a regular basis, meeting with the president directly.
Now, one thing I will say, and let me say this again before I carry on. My condolences goes out to the Kirk family. I know it's a tragic loss, more painful to be seen done on TV, nationally, televised, live. as a family member, man, that would be tragic. Something that would, make me, I mean, I wouldn't say torment me, but it'll hunt me for years to come. But also, like I said, man, and like they said, this dude helped push Trump to get J.D. Vance as a running mate. So he was tied in with the political party. No matter what they tell you, this dude was tied in. He was tied in. It wasn't no, oh, he's a running mate, oh, he's a donor, campaign contributor. He was having dinner with the president. He was doing big things. And he was a mouthpiece for him. It was well known that he was a Trump supporter, that he supported Trump and what he was doing. I don't remember him supporting Israel. Before I gotta go. Let's see what he says on.
You're about to lose $40,000 for your car accident because.
Y'all know I can't pay that, so.
Turning Point USA founder, Charlie Kirk. Charlie, it's great to see you. You heard Van Jones. He called you a race monger. Said you're the only one that brought up race. What do you say to Van Jones?
Well, first of all, as you aptly noted, that in the video, it's pretty clear that the attacker said, quote, that white girl. Secondly, Van Jones, he puts race in almost every situation where it doesn't exist. For example, with the death of George Floyd, Van Jones repeatedly said that it was a racist attack. You know who didn't say that? Keith Ellison, who is the Attorney General of Minnesota at the time, said that race did not play any role in the actions that happened with George Floyd's death. But even beyond that, and I think this is what's very important, is that we are living in a mental model and a framing post 2020.
And this is the thing. I was on here to try to give the man some credit. He was pushing back against trans agenda. And here he is saying that race didn't play a part in George Floyd killing. Then if you believe that, then no, the Zimmerman case, there was no race played. We could go on and go on. Tamara Rice. But these cases show clearly that there is a use of aggressive force being used against these black people. It's like Malcolm X said, it's the chickens coming home to roost. The same person that was helping Donald Trump get away with everything and pressing a certain type of agenda came to an end today. And I understand he was fighting against trans agenda, against mental retardation. But he still was in denial of the pain and suffering of black people. He was still in denial of it. if he was not so against transgenderism, he would be straight. The Jews who back everybody, all the presidents in the world, what do they want? Let's look up first transgender. Dr. Magnus Hirschfeld, a gay Jewish physician and sexologist, revolutionized our understanding of sexuality. He coined the term transsexual in 1923. Hirschfeld Institute for Sexual Science, a haven for transgender people in Berlin, was destroyed by the Nazis. I wonder why. But don't let me read it. Don't let
What did Nazi Germany do to transgender individuals? Before the Nazis, the Weimar era saw significant progress for transgender rights, thanks to advocates like Magnus Hirschfeld. Transgender culture thrived in Berlin, with newfound freedoms and medical advances. But there wasn't a bright future ahead. In 1933, everything changed. The Nazi regime dismantled these communities, destroyed vital texts, and revoked legal protections. Transgender individuals faced persecution. They were prosecuted, forcibly detransitioned, and many were abused, imprisoned, or killed in concentration camps. Many transgender individuals...
Yeah.
Remembering the forgotten first LGBTQ clinic in Germany, opened in 1919 by Magnus Hirschfeld after one of his patients unalived themselves because of their sexuality. Being a gay man himself, Hirschfeld never wanted to see anyone suffer the same fate as his previous patient. He created a clinic that would house and care for gay and trans people. The clinic was where these people could receive both medical care and psychological care. The Hirschfeld clinic performed some of the very first gender-affirming surgeries. They were able to have a safe place to be themselves. Within the walls of this welcoming clinic was a massive library filled with studies and information collected on trans and gay people. Unfortunately, the clinic was destroyed in 1933 after the Nazi Party took power. All of the books and studies in the library were burned in one of the very first Nazi book burnings, setting us back over 100 years in understanding and acceptance.
Setting us back 100 years in understanding. So the Hitler War basically was over gays and straights. But I don't want to get too far off subject here. But Charlie Kirk, in his ways, caused his own demise. He did it to himself. Not only did he not want to be true to what justice is, I'm lighting it right now. Oh. He didn't want to even be true to what justice is. But on top of that, instead of giving people an understanding, he took it to it. He backed Trump. That means Trump was talking about no more transgender. No more none of this. But who is the people that push for transgenderism and gay rights? The Jewish community. That's who does it. Not nobody else. This man went around preaching an agenda, man. And I'm not saying that he wrong in the transgender agenda he was pushing, being anti-transgender. I'm anti-transgender. But somebody wanted him to be silenced. What of them rails didn't appreciate Charlie denouncing transgender? And by the way it looks, it was the Democrats. Why the Democrats, you say? Who else? Didn't Obama send a federal letter to all schools telling them if they didn't teach about transgenderism, they was gonna lose their funding? Didn't Obama give these people protection under law, but said he couldn't do nothing for black people? Why was this man silenced in that manner? They can't lock a white man up. It would be outrage. But this is how them people think. Instead of locking him up, kill him. And this is the plane that the Zionists are traveling on. Do the most gruesome shit so that they fear you. Out of all the wrong that Israel is doing on the international level right now, who's telling them they're wrong? They killing people. And I think that the Zionist state killed Charlie Kirk.